What's up everyone, Zero here. So I wanted to go over the patch notes with you guys real quick because these affect the builds that I've been making that have been off meta. So this is actually really good news if you've been following my channel, because I do a lot of off meta stuff. So I don't want to go over everything because it's really long. They did a lot of buffs, but for my druid build, they buffed Endariel's Visage. The Poison Nova is going to come from the enemies now instead of the players, so that's going to be good. It's probably going to end up being a cascade of Poison Novas, so that'll work out pretty good. And then on top of that, the damage was buffed 50%. So they also buffed a bunch of the spirit boons. So they did a bunch of buffs to the spirit boons, which is really good. They needed that. Rabies for my poison build. The poison damage is going to be increased by 25%. They also did a buff to pulverize, which is good. I was thinking about making a build like that next. Toxic Claws got a big buff. It's like a 50% buff. So the aspect of the alpha for the werewolf build, the companion damage is increased, which is going to be really good. For Trample Slide, they're going to buff the damage up to 70 to 100% from 50 to 80. So that's going to be really good. Also, subterranean aspect's going to be buffed. So for the Necromancer, if you were looking at my Blood Summoner build, blood begets blood. The maximum damage increased from 15 to 30%. They're also buffing the minion sacrifices. If you're looking at the Grenadier rogue build that I made, they're buffing pretty much all the grenade damage. So that's really cool. So for the Trickster's aspect, the grenade damage is increased to 50%. The Saboteur's Signet is also increased by 50%. So that's really good. And then Artful Initiative, they're also buffing the grenade damage with that. And then the good thing too is if you wanted to use it, you could use Aspect of Surprise with that build. It was releasing grenades where you shadow stepped from, which never made any sense to me. So now they're making it to where the grenades drop to where you shadow step to. So, I mean, that was kind of like a common sense fix, I guess. So for the Sorcerer build that I made, the Fireball build, Isu's Ferocity is getting a buff, critical strike chance from 5% to 10%. So they did a bunch of other buffs. Obviously, it's a big patch, so I'm not going to go over everything. I kind of just wanted to go over the things that were affecting the builds that I was making. So the other thing too that's really good, with the off-meta builds now, you'll be able to push a lot higher in the pit. So that's really cool. They lowered the health and damage levels in the pit, so that'll be really good. They also lowered the tormented bosses. They got a nerf, so that'll be really good too if you're trying to get resplendent sparks or if you're just trying to farm those bosses for uniques. That'll be really good as well. That's pretty much it. The new patch notes are out. There's all buffs, and it makes a lot of the builds that I made a lot stronger. So if you haven't checked them out, you should check them out, see if you like them. I love playing off meta stuff. I don't like playing what everybody else is playing, so I'm really glad that this patch came out. I'm really excited for it, so it's going to be pretty good. If you like the video, you like the builds that I make, please consider subscribing and stay tuned for more content. Peace.